Well, good Thursday morning. It is October 22nd. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have not had a freeze here in the Midwest. Alliday Mobile Media for you. Current project. This will be the last project update that we have that will be given this year as far as a video compilation goes. Things are really looking really nice. As you can see, we have gorgeous sunshine today. We'll walk through everything here real quick. As you can see, the leaves are falling all around. That's kind of a song, isn't it? Leaves are falling all around. It's time for me to go. I'm obliged for such a pleasant stay. But let's take a look at things here. I think I got my artichoke in a little too late this year. I don't think I'm going to get an artichoke, folks. I'm really kind of bummed. Artichokes here in the Midwest are like $2.50. They're the size of half the size of your fist. I'm used to them being the size of a softball and being 5 for $1. Big difference. As you can see, the marigolds did really well. They did really nice. The daylilies are kicked in, and they will come in. Now, a lot of the lilies, and remember, in the very first video that we did on this row right here, we planted tulips along that wall, ladies and gentlemen. So in the spring, or not tulips, daffodils and tulips. Yeah, we planted some bulbs. I also found some iris bulbs. So all of that stuff will come up in the spring. These things here obviously will be going to flower. We'll get around the other side to where the 4 o'clocks are. But as you can see, things really did nice here. My sage plant back in there, I just harvested all the sage off it. I got it drying inside. The lavender plant, I got some good lavender off it for a little potpourri going on. I still have a couple chilies that we're going to get another harvest. It's due to snow Monday is when they're saying it's snowing. The weather is changing, as you can see. We got a couple little chilies there. The tomatoes, oh man, we're going to have some fried green tomatoes. Goodness. Might get some seeds off of that one. Now, the one in the front here, we did get. Let's go back and look at him real quick. I don't know if you can hear that wind blowing, ladies and gentlemen, but it is a little windy here this morning. But yeah, we're going to get some seeds off of that one. You can bet on that. We're definitely going to get some seeds. But let's take a look at how things progressed in the back here. That funny looking plant, that's a potato plant, by the way, for those of you who don't know what some potato plants look like. But all the lilies, all the daylilies that we planted up against the wall, they've taken in, and again, they will come up. They'll be in the spring, and then they'll bloom all throughout the summer next year. They were transplanted, when were they transplanted? In June or so, so they took a while to kick in. As you can see, we get great, look at the tomato. I mean, they just took off over here. Great foliage, little production, very little production. And again, sunlight. When you're doing some gardening, you want sunlight. Of course, this area here, still doing a little bit of negotiating, and we'll find out what's going to happen with the community garden center coming up here. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple planter beds in here for next spring and get some stuff going on. We got decent production out of this side of the place. Of course, it got some sunlight. We got a few more peppers coming in. I think we got another somewhere here. We got a bell pepper or two coming in. Tomatoes, they did average over here. They didn't do too bad. The squash did terrible over here. And again, you can see the new growth, but as the old growth, it does this thing on us here with the mold and whatnot. And again, a lot of moisture, a lot of humidity here in the Midwest. Now this did really well, but you got to remember one thing, folks. A vine, tomatoes are called a tomato vine. And they're actually a viney type plant. They grow on the ground. I don't know if you've ever seen them in a big tomato production farm. They let them grow on the ground. They don't stake them or anything. I did this just because we had this rack. I didn't want to throw it in the landfill. We used it to do some stuff here, a little accent. But we used it to let the tomatoes climb the wall. They did a really good job. You can see we got tomatoes up in here. You get out of the sunlight there. But this tomato plant produced, I would say, a little above average, not too bad. And again, this wall here, I guess maybe because it's too wet, because you get all the rain dripping off of here. There's no rain gutters. So maybe if we had a little bit of rain gutter channeling the water somewhere else, it would be drier. And our plants like the rosemary and the lavender, which are a little kind of drought tolerant, semi-drought tolerant, would have done better. I'm not sure. Our mints, I've harvested the peppermint already. It looks like I might be able to get another harvest out of this guy before we call it a day. I'll be able to get one more harvest. And you can see it is starting to get cold. It is starting to get cold. That's what happens when it's chill. Your basil is a fragile plant, approximately 38 degrees or so. It starts, once it gets under 38, your basil starts, getting a little affected by the cooler weather. Lots of seeds. If you want 4 o'clock seeds, folks, we have 4 o'clock seeds. I got about a pound of them right now. So, and let's take a look in there. You see all those little black dots. There are all kinds of them. They're everywhere. So I have I have been able to create a pretty good seed bank. Of course, all the flowers that you see, I have seeds. I'll save some sunflower seeds. I will have some tomato seeds. I also have different oak trees, some magnolia trees that I've gathered, done some horse trading around the neighborhood and stuff. But again, let me say this: the overall, if we go from 1 to 10 on this project, and you can see, we clean this up every week, folks. That's how much water is in this area. It just comes back and comes back. But I would say this project, the learning experience, a 10 for me, because I definitely learned a lot about gardening, farming in this area, agriculture in this area, and some to-dos and not to-dos. But overall on this project, I would have to give myself an 8 on a 1 to 10 scale. It wasn't what I wanted. It hasn't, the end result hasn't materialized the way I wanted it to. It's still a work in progress, so that 8 could go to a 10. We don't know yet. But Thursday, October 22nd, it is about 10 a.m. in the morning. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we got sun and we got wind. And that means the wind change is upon us. Yes, sir, Bob, ladies and gentlemen, winter is right around the corner. That's right. We have about 60 days for the the winter solstice to come around. 60 days to the shortest day of the year. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great day. We're having a good time here for Alliday Mobile Media. Let's have a great day, and let's all be safe out there, huh? Don't forget, you can catch me on Parler, on Twitter, at Alliday LLC, and go to the website, check out some of the recipes of the week. We got some good stuff coming in. AllidayMobileMedia.com. That's AllidayMobileMedia.com, ladies and gentlemen. Did a mask presentation. I've got some good contributors coming in. So we got some good information and some good things going on with Alliday Mobile Media. And once again, folks, have a great and safe Halloween. I'm sure I'll talk to you before next week, but let's all have a great day and let's all be safe out there, huh?